Hello, it's Alpita. It is Thursday the 12th. Don't mind me as I play with my hair. So yesterday's little Facebook, Instagram outage brought to light how one, Mercury retrograde is real and determined to be a fucking pain in the ass and to make us reevaluate our lives and come up with alternate solutions, right? And that we need to be adaptable. So don't mind me as I chew my freaking cud here. Actually, I saw a TikTok about how chewing gum helps you focus. And it's helping. So let's just fucking roll with it. Anyway, so I've decided to, instead of doing lives, I'm going to keep doing videos because they take less time. I found that when I'm just in my clean energy, just by myself and recording myself, that I can be more focused, where when I'm doing a live, it feels like, I'm responding, manifesting generator, responding to whoever happens to be scrolling by, and I go off on tangents. And not that it's a bad thing, right? It doesn't mean that I'll never do a live on Facebook again. It just means that this is working, so I'm going to keep doing it. And I think that's one of the lessons that I learned yesterday. The other lesson that I learned is that if I do a video and it's on my phone, it's just so much easier to freaking upload on TikTok, upload on YouTube, and that's what I did. So sometimes setbacks, delays, diversions, distractions, detours, all those things that may happen during a Mercury retrograde or any of the other retrogrades are not a bad thing. We have to look at it as like, okay, how can I, right? And so one of the things that I want to share with you, and I've already posted the cards on Facebook, but I pull 3 cards every single day as my daily guidance, and I've been sharing them on Facebook. And the first card that I got was, am I determined to confront the truth? So this is the self-guided tarot. This is a really great deck. It's a self-published, not my deck, but someone else's deck. So that's the card right there. And that card for me is telling me that, like, I need to practice what I preach. One of the things that I say is that when you get really fucking honest with what you want and you allow it to be as whatever, insert bad characteristics, and I use the word bad loosely, right? Like that's somebody else's perspective. When you allow yourself to be selfish, when you allow yourself to be greedy, when you allow yourself to be lazy, or whatever your words are, and just be authentic, because that's authentic. Sometimes we are selfish. Sometimes it's like, what the fuck about me as a mom, as a wife, as a business owner? I am constantly taking care of other people, and it's like, when do I get taken care of? Like, being fucking honest, that's being real. It doesn't mean that we are going to never take care of anybody else. It doesn't mean that we hate taking care of everybody else. It just means that sometimes we get to this point where it's like, wait a minute, like, I need to take care of me. I need my cup refilled. I need to recharge, and I need people to support me as well, because it doesn't feel good when I'm constantly supporting others and then there's nobody to support me when I need help, right? Or I feel shame asking for help, or people shame me when I ask for help, right? All that stuff doesn't feel good, and it doesn't feel like I'm being supported. Like, yeah, it feels good for me to support others, but it also feels good to receive support. And I think that's the part that a lot of women in particular are missing, and men too, because I think sometimes men feel like, you know, they should be strong and brave, and like, I think everybody's feeling that right now. It's like, you know, I got to do everything myself, and you know, the economy and this and that and that. And it's like, no, we do so much, we can go so much further and get so much more done in anything when we collaborate with other people, right? When we allow other people to support us and we support other people, right? So sometimes we do need to be selfish and greedy and say, hey, listen, I've helped so many people, now it's my turn, right? To take a turn and not make it transactional and not get you know, let go of those emotions. Like, allow, the point of our emotions are hot, cold. Like I like to think of our intuition as a GPS, right? We put in a destination, an intention, a goal, a dream, whatever, right? And the universe will ping back stuff. Some of it will be from our own brain. We have a lot of knowledge stored in there, right? And so that's kind of like the map. That's the blueprint that we have. And then some of the stuff where it's like, we don't know where the information came from, that's kind of like the satellite, right? Like, there's traffic on that road, or there's construction over there, or that road doesn't fucking exist anymore because, you know, they've paved and whatever, right? But our emotions are hot, cold. Like, when we get frustrated or we get angry, it's because we've taken a wrong turn. We've done something that is not in integrity with who we are. It's not fulfilling us in some way, shape, or form. And the universe is saying recalc, okay? Especially for manifesting generators. When you get frustrated, angry, those are your not self themes, right? Or yeah, your not self themes. It's important to realize that that's the universe and your own subconscious saying it's time to recalculate. Okay. So that was card number 1. And then 2 cards that I keep fucking pulling all the time. It's almost like they keep going back and forth. Like, they're taking turns. Today they both came out to play. So first one is the Wheel of Fortune. How do I stay centered in the midst of chaos? And my kind of response to that card is like, I am doing so much fucking better than I have. I don't know if the universe keeps having me pull this card and having me think about this card and journal on this to show me my growth or to show me where I need to improve more. I'm just kind of really getting sick and tired of that card. And I'm also getting sick and tired of the chaos. So it's like going back to detachment. It's saying, you know what? I'm just not. Like, we ran out of laundry detergent. I've got to do laundry because we're, you know, we need clothes, and my Walmart order is not going to be here till 7 to 9 tonight. And I'm just like, whatever, it is what it is, right? I'll start as soon as the order comes. I'll start the load of laundry. By the time we put everything away, the laundry will be done. I'll hang it up. It'll be dry, and we'll have clean laundry tomorrow. It's not a big deal. It's not like we don't have clothes. It's just I can't stand when the laundry starts to pile up. But some of it is just kind of detaching, be like, who the fuck cares, right? Sometimes we have to, not in like, I'm not going to do it, but it's like, who cares if the hamper's full? Who cares if the washing machine is full? Like, it'll get done when it gets done, right? So I think that's what the universe is saying. If it's not, I'll pull that card again fucking tomorrow or the next day. The next card I got was, this is the Ace of Stars, so this is Pentacles in this deck. Am I being a crystal clear, objective witness? Again, another card that I'm getting, and it's like, my response to that is, how do I become a crystal clear, objective witness? So I know for me, a lot of times my intuition will be something super simple and super, sometimes stupid. It feels stupid, right? It feels so elementary and so basic. Like, oh, you just made a whole bunch of freaking tarot bags, go post them on eBay, Etsy, and Mercari. And I'm like, well, that just can't be it, right? We get into our heads. We think that, kind of like, I think it was Henry Ford that said that sometimes opportunity shows up as hard work, and hard being a relative thing. And for me, it's like, okay, I can do that. I can go and post some stuff. And I did. I went and, the other thing for me is that, like, I find that what I used to do, I find that if I have lots of check boxes to check off on my to-do list, it's a dopamine thing. I get it, but that's what is working for me right now. So instead of writing eBay, Etsy, and Mercari, I kind of have to get more specific. One, I have to decide how many tarot bags or listings I'm doing. So I decided 5 was a good amount. And then I have to kind of put eBay and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Etsy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And Mercari 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, because I like checking off the check boxes. 2, because it really is 15 actual actions. It's not, 5, it's not 3, right? There's 3 platforms, 5 listings each. And even though it's the same 5 listings, they have a different structure. They have a different way of posting stuff, right? And also, if I get distracted, I know where I am. I know what I've done. I don't have to go back on the platform and go looking for the listing. And it's like, okay, I already posted that one. So understanding the way that I work and the way that I need to structure my tasks is really, really important. And sometimes it feels like a lot because it's like, oh, that is 15 different actions, right? But it's the truth. And that's why sometimes if you're ADHD or you struggle with getting tasks done and they feel overwhelming, it's because you need to fucking break them down. And maybe for a neurotypical, it's like, oh, go post 5 listings on eBay, Etsy, and Mercari. It's like bam, bam, bam. But if you're neurodivergent, that is 15 actions, which is completely accurate. And that can feel like a lot, even though when I did it, it took me like less than 15 minutes. Right. And I also have to update my, I have a Google sheet where I have them listed, and they have different prices on different platforms because different platforms have different fees. And I have to allot for that to make sure that I'm getting compensated for the material and the time and the effort. And I have to, mark it down that it's on there. Right. And also I have to check how many of each do I have. Like, it's not 15 tasks. It's actually a lot more, right? But I didn't put that on there because in my mind, it's like, yeah, of course, I'm going to have my Google sheet up. I'm going to be posting listings on my phone. I already have the listings on my phone, the pictures of them. And so just understanding how you're working, how you work. But also, when you get a tarot card and it's saying something like, what does it say? Sorry, I need my glasses. Am I being a crystal clear, objective witness? Saying to the universe that I do feel I am sometimes. How can I become a better crystal clear, objective observer, okay, or witness? So, because a lot of times when we detach from things, when we stop saying that things are difficult and hard and the fucking economy and the blah, 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 and we just drop that resistance, because that's resistance, right? And it's fair and it's all valid. It's all true and valid. But when we drop that resistance and just accept that posting 5 listings is actually 15 plus actions that need to happen, right? And each one of those listings, you have to upload the picture. You have to I usually will do sell similar, right? On some of the platforms, I have listings that have multiple variations, like on Etsy. This is how I run Etsy, is that I'll have listings that have multiple variations. And that listing is handled differently, right? So understanding that every task is going to have micro tasks that have to happen. And that also, I don't have to do those 15, because essentially it is 15 listings, right? 5 times 3. 5 listings times 3 platforms is 15. And I don't have to do it all at once. That I can take breaks if I need to. That it's okay if I get distracted. It's okay if I get interrupted. It's okay as long as it gets done by the end of the day. Because it's not like I'm working in retail or I'm getting paid by the hour. It's just, I am working on posting more often on these platforms to engage the algorithm so that my stuff is getting put at the top of the queue, right? So it is strategic. It is what I'm choosing to do because I know that this works. And understanding that right now it might feel a little cumbersome because it's like, okay, I got to go do my 5 listings. And not because I don't love what I sell or what I do, but because it does feel like work, right? And there's nothing wrong with it feeling like work, and there's nothing wrong with doing work, and there's nothing wrong with not doing work. And sometimes what I have to remind myself is, especially when I want to create something. So by create means make new tarot bags, right? Sit down and write human codes. Instead of calling that work, because words matter, and our brain gets like tripped up on shit when it doesn't like the word, right? I call it creation time. And I love to create things. So like right now I'm in the middle of doing something online, and then I'm gonna spend, after dinner, I'm gonna spend time working on some more. I have some altar cloths and some tarot wraps and a couple more tarot bags to finish and stuff like that. So I'm gonna schedule about an hour and a half of creation time. So sometimes changing what you call something really makes a difference. Okay, like I do not exercise. I do yoga and I dance. Those are my forms of movement, because when my brain hears exercise, it thinks of fucking jazzercise class and cardio and aerobics and weight training, and that's not my jam. Okay, dancing is my cardio. Yoga is ways that I stay flexible and get some other exercise done, right? So sometimes redefining what you're doing and calling it something different will so much fucking help your brain, because when we have resistance towards words, and yeah, we can take the time to clear the resistance, but sometimes it's just easier to fucking relabel something, right? It's just easier to do that. And I'm not saying that we avoid doing inner work. I'm just saying that I don't think I'll ever like the word work, because there is this whole like negative like hustle culture. It has to be hard, it has to be boring, it has to be laborsome, it has to be, but I love creation time. I love creating things. I love selling things, right? I love doing these videos and doing live streams and stuff like that. And that's marketing. I don't think of it as marketing. I think of like, oh, it's time for me to go share what I have to share. I see it as self-expression, right? What do I feel called to share with the world right now? And in essence, it is part of my marketing, right? So sometimes when we have an aversion to these words, redefining what it means to us, using a word that we get excited about makes a difference, right? And it doesn't change what we're doing. It changes our energy around what we're doing, right? Like if you said to me, oh, you have to schedule your work time, I'm like, oh. Right? Where you're like, you have to schedule, or not you have to, but schedule your creation time throughout the week. Where are the pockets of time that you're gonna create things? I'm like, ooh, how much creation time can I stuff into my schedule, because I love to create things, right? And then I found that leaving it open and allowing myself to be inspired as to what do I want to work with today. So today I'm finishing some projects some sewing projects. This evening I started a piece that's amethyst and citrine, and oh my god, it's gorgeous. And I want to finish that. I want to make some earrings, finish the necklace, all that. So when we use words that excite us and that feel good, we're still doing the action. It's still work. Like work is just physical labor. Work is just, it's not even physical labor. It's some sort of labor, right? It's some sort of action that is producing something, right? So, but there's all these negative connotations with it. So sometimes relabeling things really makes a difference. Okay. Anyway, go check out my eBay, Mercari, and Etsy. You'll find me under Mystical Mama on all three, I think. If you are interested in shifting subconsciously, at the subconscious level, clearing stuff out using human design and gene keys, I invite you to message me or DM me or whatever is available on the platform you see this, to become a beta tester for the Human Codes program. These are subconscious activations to activate these characteristics within you. Like I recently did gate 1, which is the gate of self-expression. It's about identity. And I listened to this subconscious activation that I created. It's like writing code. I actually have a degree in computer science, so it's taking the gene keys and some elements of NLP and creating code for your subconscious to update your software, right? To update the software that your brain is running on, which is your algorithm. Your beliefs are your algorithm. And I woke up the next day and I was just like, I felt like a different person, like totally felt like a different person. My brain is functioning differently. I'm taking different actions. I'm seeing the world through the eyes of who I truly am, not this victim, this whiny 2-year-old that likes to have temper tantrums. Like, seriously, just being honest with you, I feel like I was stuck as that 2-3-year-old having temper tantrums all the time, and just I would get stuck in the not self, which is frustration, right? And then it would turn into anger when I wasn't making, when having a temper tantrum and expressing my frustration wasn't getting me anywhere, I would get angry and I would yell more, right? And now I'm finding that I'm not doing that. I'm like, what can I do? And when I find that the action that I want to take, or I can't move forward on a project, I find that, like, I'm like, okay, let's switch tasks. Again, like the I don't know if it was consciously done or not, but the computer really is modeled out of the human brain. If we find that we cannot do a task, we don't have the tools and the resources to do a task, right? We switch to something else. And that's what a computer is doing all the time. It's really not doing everything at the same time. It's not multitasking. It's switching so quickly from one task to the other that it looks like it's doing things simultaneously. And that's what happens when we're multitasking as well. We do have certain things that we do, our parasympathetic nervous system, that just, our breathing, our moving our hands, moving our head, all that stuff. We can do that without thinking and being completely conscious about it. But just like a computer maintains its core temperature, and the graphics card and the video card and the audio and all that stuff might run in the background, but there is still energy, there is still CPU power being taken to run these tasks. And we are not any different, but we all have different software and hardware, and it's important to work and maximize with what we have, right? And that's part of what the Human Codes program does, is it helps you to, it doesn't help you, it upgrades your subconscious programming so that you are truly being who you authentically are. There'll be a series of activations based upon your human design, and you'll see that as we activate those characteristics within you, your gifts, skills, talents, superpowers, whatever you want to call them, that you'll be being more of you than you've ever been before. And you'll start to see that things line up, and that you're actually taking action instead of getting stuck in the little spinny wheel, or if you remember AOL from back in the day, and the little hourglass, which is like, 42 years, 36 minutes, and 83 seconds or whatever, right? So you'll find that you're actually taking action. And then when you do stumble upon something, you'll see that you'll either be guided through your intuition or your intellect to take a different path, to find a different solution, right? Necessity is the mother of invention, right? Or to switch to another task because you're waiting. Like I mentioned in the beginning, I can't do laundry right now because I don't have any laundry detergent. So I'm not going to worry about that. That's not even going to be a thought for me beyond what I'm talking about right now until the Walmart order shows up between 7 and 9 tonight. And then once that shows up, it's like, okay, now I can put the soap in and I can start it. Sitting here and like pissing and moaning that I ran out, which hardly ever happens, is not serving me, right? That frustration is not going to get me anywhere. So I ordered it. It's coming. Nobody's fucking naked. Nobody's hurting for clothes, right? Maybe their favorite shirt is in the wash and they're impatient, but other than that, they'll live, right? So sometimes that's kind of like what happens when you start to really let go of shame, blame, guilt, resentment, fear, judgment, all those things, and start really being yourself and start really using your own gifts, talents, wisdom, and knowledge and skills in order to create the life that you truly desire. So if you're interested in the human codes, reach out to me. I will post my some of my links to my shop, and I'm upgrading. I have like tons of inventory, but not everything's listed. So if there's something particular you're looking for in the realm of something made out of fabric or a piece of jewelry that you'd like for the holidays or for yourself or whatever, feel free to reach out to me. I love doing custom stuff. That really, like, that's one of my favorite things to do. So don't be shy, reach out and say, hey, this is what I'm looking for. Can you make that? And then we'll see what I can do for you. All right, you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.